now from base runner, and the other runners sent on their way. Not a bad beginning, this one. Storm Racers near the rail. Vittorio is also right there. Delago's Future. They are followed by Lion's Den. Scrabble's back in 5th position, but only 2 lengths off the leader. Super Mufti's on the outside of that, and Base Runners between horses. That's racing about 4 or 5 lengths off the leader. Full Count on the inside. Then comes True Sense and Super Mufti. And further back in the field, Francis Drake. Then comes Autumn Rain, Virtuous the trailer. It's about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Delago's Future's the leader. In second, Lion's Den. Vittorio's at the rail third. The favourite Scrabble's back in 4th, a length and a half off them. Storm Racers getting the wake-up call. The white blinkers, blue cap now gets asked to run. Super Mufti's on the outside. Further back, Francis Drake. Top of the lane, Delago's Future, the leader. On the outside, Lion's Den. And Scrabble comes right out for a run. Down the inside, Vittorio. 200 metres to go, Lion's Den. But now Scrabble with a big run on the outside. And Scrabble's coming home powerfully, and it's all over. And Scrabble running away from the opposition to win it by 2.5 to 3. So Scrabble wins it. Second to Lion's Den. Third place will go to Base Runner, and then Delago's Future. So the winner is the favourite, number 10, Scrabble at 170, a nice big son of Byword. Sat in 5th position, and Anton hooked it right out to the stand side. And Tony Rivelin, Mary Liley's on track for Backworth Stud. And you heard from Terry Fripp this morning. He gave a lot of confidence, and Scrabble wins it by about 3.5 lengths. Pays 170 the win. Second, number 13, Lion's Den at 360. Third place, that will go to Base Runner. So that Base Runner is number 8. That pays 440. I think Sheldon fancied that a bit for a place. And then that 4th position to Delago's Future. Super Mufti, Storm Racer came under early urgings before they turned into the home stretch. And further back was Vittorio. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. Then Francis Drake, Full Count, Virtuous, and then came number 11, True Sense. So the winner's on the extreme right-hand side, and Scrabble, third time at the track, first time over the 1400, and goes on to score and score well. That's the running of the first race until the running of the second race. And the second race, that will start off our place accumulator. Back to the studio.
Well, we've just seen the running of race number 1, and the favourite is Obliger, number 10, Scrabble, Tony Rivelin, Mrs. Liley, Anton Marcus, bred by Backward Stud, 425,000 Rand purchase. And first up, let's get the trainer in, Tony Rivelin. And Tony, well done. Nice start to the meeting. You got some good horses this afternoon, so nice to break the ice with the one in the first.
Yes, it is, Dees. Thank you for that. He was obviously by far our best runner, not because he won, but he's quite a decent horse. First time out here, we put him in the breeders' race because we needed to get him started. I thought he'd run a lot better than he did. Yes. I thought he'd run midfield. I knew he'd be a bit green, but he missed a break, wouldn't travel. And I was a bit on the back foot after that. So 3 weeks later, I took him to Scottsville, and he ran more like he'd showed at home, you know. He ran a good second, and Garth was, I think, followed up with a good place the next time. So on form, he was hard to beat in this race. And let's face it, the horses that were exposed looked like they sort of the ordinary run-of-the-mill made.
Sure.
Well done to Backworth Stud, great for them, and well done to the connections of Byword. You know, they have the highest merit-rated Byword, I think, at the end of the 3-year-old season. There's a big prize, so I'm aiming him to get a high merit rating. I'm going to have to run him in a good race somewhere.
That's news. Is it something that the breeders have, it's an initiative from the breeders?
Yeah, it's the Stallion Syndicate, the people who own Byword. I think it's an initiative that they started when Byword went to stud, so we got something.
Who's on the top at the moment?
I'm not sure.
Well, there's a few that have won recently.
I'll have to run him under suffering somewhere and make sure they give him 100 merit rating.
Okay, this is one time the trainer's saying, hike my horse up.
Not really, not really. But look, it was a good win. He was green around the turn again, which he was the first time. And well done to Anton. Brought him out, gave him a clear run, and when he backhanded him, he won.
Okay, I mentioned at the top of this interview, nice runners to come.
These, yeah, I've got El Soberano and Fantasy Art. Look, it's a bit short for Fantasy Art. He should have been in the 1400. He got eliminated. So I chose to run him. He was supposed to run last Friday night, which I thought he'd win then, but that was a mile.
Yes.
So I do think it's a bit short for him, but he's well and he'll run on strongly. But El Soberano is extremely well. Hasn't won a race for nearly 3 years. So that's the only thing against him, but he's working extremely well. Spanish captain's very well, but you know, he's drawn 12 out of 12 again. I just can't get lucky with him, you know. And he's most probably my favourite horse in the whole stable. So, and Mrs. Lally keeps wanting to dump him. She says he's a brass, which he is, but but I love him to bits. He's a beautiful looking horse, and so we'll need luck again.
Thanks for that, Tony.
Thank you, Dees.
Lovely. Let's get Mrs. Lally in, and a big supporter of Mr. Riverland. And I keep mentioning it. These colours have been along for a long time.
He doesn't have to feed the horse. That's why he loves him.
But you love your horses, Mrs. Lally, and you continue to support the game in such a big way.
I don't know about such a big way. I'm a small fish in a big pond, actually.
Well,
anyway, a winner's a winner, and it's very nice. Although the price was terrible, but it was very nice. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Beckwith for breeding such a nice horse, and I think he could have a little bit of a future, hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, let's hope it turns out that way. And Spanish
you never know on the maidens, do you?
What's your thoughts on Spanish Captain, Mrs. Lally?
You said I love everything. I hate him.
well, hopefully today he's gonna bounce back and do you proud.
He won his first 2 races as if he was going to be a champion.
Yes.
And he was so expensive. One of the most expensive horses I've ever bought.
Well, he's dropped in the ratings now, hopefully.
Well, anybody can bake him, but not me.
Well, Mrs. Lyle,
anyway, thanks to Tony, thanks to Terry and all the yard, and Anton for riding a nice race.
And as always, you're looking wonderful, Mrs. Lally. Take care.
Thank you, Dees.
Lovely. Mrs. Mary Lally out number 10, Scrabble, who's come to open up the meeting. 10, 13, 8 and 1, the start of the bipot. And, of course, up next will be the place accumulator, and that's at 13:50. 10 to 2. Coming up next, race number 2.